So what does changing computer systems have in common with starting an exercise program? There's quite a bit, really. And so what's going on at the moment is that I am actually changing systems. And so I have been going through this process of, the stages of change. And so when I started thinking about it, I thought, wow, this is exactly what you go through when you start a fitness program. So the first thing that happens is it's like, well, what do I want to do and why is this important to me? So it's like, why am I needing to change computer systems and what am I going to need in that new system? So fitness is the same, right? So why do I want to do this and what do I want to do? So what is important to me? So what aspects do I need in a fitness program? So if you think about it from that perspective, and I do talk about this quite a bit, it's like delving into that why it's important to you will keep you focused when life gets in the road. And life does get in the road. So it's never going to be plain sailing or smooth sailing. It is simply going to be adding all of these variables into our daily life. And so we want to be able to go with those ups and downs, right? And so if you are a woman who is over the age of 50, what do you need to do in a fitness program? You need to have good stability, which means good balance. You need to build strength. You need to have a good, strong heart. You need to have flexibility. And so when you have all of those things, it means that you're able to do all of your cherished activities. That might be going to the beach, it could be fishing, it could be climbing a mountain, it could be anything like that. Or we need it for our everyday activities. We need it to carry our groceries in, to drive our car, to do our laundry. And so if I can think about what's important to me and why it's important to me and what do I need, I've got step one covered, right? And so that's the process that I went through when I started to think about this computer system. So the next thing is, it was like, well, how am I going to do it? How is that process going to work for me? So I know what I need and I know why it's important to me, but how am I going to do it? Where am I going to find the extra time that I need, if I need extra time? Where am I going to, slot this into my daily life? So exercise is exactly the same, right? So I know what I want to do and I know why I want to do it, but how am I going to make it happen? And sometimes we can get very caught up on that, how am I going to make it happen? And we wait for the perfect scenario. And that's where I was at one point there with changing the systems. It was like, well, if I wait for all the ducks to line up in a row, then I'll be able to do this. But the reality was the ducks were never going to line up. It was just I needed to bite the bullet as such and just do it. And so sometimes it just means that we do have to just trust our instincts and just take that step. Then the next part of it is we go through that thing about, oh, am I doing the right thing? We start to doubt ourselves. And that happens just before we take that step. Then once we take that step and we start doing the implementation, we start to get into the process of exercise, then we're committed to it. We're in it, boots and all. So, and these are the feelings that I had as I was going through this change process with this new computer system. So the other thing to think about is, how am I going to feel? I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to get frustrated. I don't know everything. I don't know where to find things. You know, the old system, I knew my way around it, but I knew I needed to change it. And so, you know, that's the same for exercise. I'm not liking the way I'm feeling now. I'm creaky, I'm stiff, I'm, you know, got aches and pains. And so I know that that's the feeling that I have. Do I want to keep that feeling, or do I want to move into the uncomfortable zone and go, well, okay, I know it's going to be frustrating, but at the end of the day, I'm going to feel so much better about it once I start to really make this part of my life. And so accepting that scenario, that it is part of the process and I don't understand it, is really, really important, because we do like to have that level of control about what we're doing, but we can't have that all the time. And so just knowing that it is part of the process makes it a little bit easier to deal with. And then the most important aspect that I've found in changing a system was to have the support and accountability. So I know that I don't know everything, and I know that I don't know where to find things. So I know that I can just simply reach out and ask the questions. So that's the same thing when I'm changing or starting a new fitness program. I need to know that I've got somebody there, or a group of people there who have done it before me, who understand it, and are going to be able to help me when I just need that help. And so then the next thing that I realized was, it doesn't just happen like this. It takes time. I really have to allow myself the time to go through the process of implementing and becoming more familiar with the new system that I'm putting in place. And exercise is the same, right? So I'm just becoming familiar with, you know, the different types of exercises that I might be doing, the different way that my body might be feeling, that it's okay to reach out and ask for help. And so I just think that in any type of change that we make, no matter whether it's a computer system, a new app, or exercise, or healthy eating, that we go through these different stages. And so it's important for us to know that it's okay to go through them. And so it's like, let's start with them. So what do I want to change, and why is it important to me? How am I going to do this, and how am I going to feel? To allow myself to understand that it is part of the process, and that having support and accountability is super critical to our success, and that it is going to take time. So I hope you got something out of today. It's Peter here from Strong Healthy Women. Show me some love below and let me know where you're chiming in from. Take care and have a super day. See you soon.